Hey everybody, this week's Torah portion is Parsha Toldot, and in the beginning of this week's Torah portion, the Torah tells us that Rivka was pregnant, and she noticed something very interesting. She noticed that every time she walked by a place of idolatry, an idol store or sanctuary, she started to have contractions. And immediately when she left, the contractions would stop. And when she started to walk by a place of holiness, a study hall, she would also start to have contractions, and right when she passed by, they would stop. And she was very puzzled by this, so she decided to go to a prophet to find out what exactly was going on. So she went to the study hall of Shem and Aver, where there were prophets still there, and she asked him what's going on. And he said, there are actually two children in your stomach. One is very righteous, and one has a tendency towards very bad things. So when you walk by a study hall, the righteous one wants to get out. And when you walk by a place of idolatry, the one that has a tendency towards bad things also wants to get out. And there are two different kids, each wanting to get out when you're in their place of comfort. Now, this is a little puzzling, because the Talmud tells us that while the baby, or in this case babies, are in the stomach, they are sitting and studying Torah with an angel. And that is the preparation they need in order to come to this world. They have to know what the mission statement is. So it makes sense to me, or to us, why Esav, the one with the tendency towards bad things, would want to come out when he passes by a house of idolatry. He wants to get out because he's sick of being stuck up in there studying a book he doesn't want to know anything about. But why in the world would Yaakov, the righteous one, want to get out of the womb when passing by a study hall? He has it much better in there. He gets to study with an angel, undisturbed. Why would you want to escape that only to do the same exact thing in the study hall? What benefit is there to the study hall more than what he's already experiencing in the womb studying Torah with an angel? And our rabbis tell us a very interesting idea, and that is that granted it was much, much easier for him to study Torah in the womb, but there's no challenge to that, because what God is impressed with is not holy people doing holy things, but it's unholy people doing unholy things. When he's in the womb, there's no desire to do anything but study Torah. There's no Yetzer Hara, there's no drive for anything bad. It's only once he enters this world and has the temptations that are surrounding us and then studies Torah that his Torah is valued as such greatness. And that's what he wanted to get out for. He said, granted, I can study Torah all day in here with an angel, but I'd much rather challenge myself by going out into the world and still being good, even under more difficult circumstances. And that's why he was trying to escape. Not because he wanted to stop doing righteous things. On the contrary, he wanted to do it with much more difficulty in this world, and that's what this world is all about, overcoming our nature and doing what it is that the Torah says. On behalf of Makarve, Shabbat Shalom.